Welcome back, gamers, to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and if you happen to be new here, we post daily content on all things gaming, so if you're down with that, then tap that subscribe button to never miss another video. Make sure you stay all the way until the end because you won't believe which game is our #1 spot. Plus, leave us a comment down below with which upcoming game that you can't wait for. And while you type your answers, let's jump into today's list of the top 10 big games in development. In at number 10, Skull and Bones.
Ships ready to be boarded. Show no mercy!
After the success of games like Sea of Thieves and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it's no wonder why this game has been in development for quite some time. It's important to Ubisoft to really nail the pirate-themed game of Skull and Bones. The game will feature both a single-player campaign and multiplayer ship-to-ship battles, which is what we're most excited for. Sea of Thieves felt more like a cartoonish take on pirate-based shenanigans, but Skull and Bones looks to up the ante with a more serious and darker tone to the pirate life. Revolving around naval warfare, Skull and Bones is a tactical action game set in an open world environment as players control their customized pirate captain from the third-person perspective. Revolving around naval warfare, Skull and Bones is a tactical action game set in an open world environment and follows players as they control their customized pirate captain from the third-person perspective. In at number 9, Elder Scrolls 6. Another game that avid fans of Skyrim are clamoring for is Elder Scrolls 6, but just because we got a teaser during E3 doesn't mean it's going to be ready anytime soon. Fans of the series were left excited and optimistic when Bethesda played an animation for the title, alerting nerds everywhere that this big game is in the development stages now. The landscape shown in the teaser gave some clues as to where this game will take place. It's rumored that the long-forgotten High Rock may take the stage for the environment, or possibly the lost island of Yokuda. Although, as we mentioned, there is still a ton of work to perfect this game. We're just hoping it's released before the end of 2020. In at number 8, Metroid Prime 4. This upcoming first-person action-adventure game is currently in development and is set to be published by Nintendo for their Nintendo Switch. Similar to Elder Scrolls 6, it only took an animated title to pump up the fans for this long-awaited addition to the Metroid Prime family. However, with several bumps in the road since its debut at E3 in 2017, the development has been pushed back a tad. Even during the 2018 E3, the company stated that they would not be showcasing anything unless it was sure to wow the crowds. Despite this, the American president Nintendo has stated that Metroid Prime 4 was well into development and proceeding well. It's a lot of wells. In at number 7, The Last of Us Part 2. It's being called the most ambitious game Naughty Dog has ever made, hands down. And if you're like us, we've been binging on gameplay trailers all day. The scenery, fighting mechanics, and storyline for this game are extremely exciting and do a terrific job of building anticipation for this big game in development. Speaking of, the development for the sequel began in 2014, around the same time as the release of The Last of Us Remastered. The game will take a bit of a turn from the first, now taking place 5 years after the events of the first game, as players control Ellie instead. In at number 6, Dying Light 2.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
Next up is for the zombie aficionados amongst you, and what would be a list of big games on the horizon without the undead? After the massive success of the first Dying Light, Techland is developing the last zombie game you'll ever need to buy. Expanding on the mechanics that worked for the first, this all-new branching narrative story will be more immersive than ever before. The team at Techland has done a terrific job of invoking a sense of loss and dread that properly display what humanity would look like on the brink of extinction. Various factions will form, and based on your in-game decisions, the city landscapes begin to change as well. Although that's just what goes down during the day. When night falls, all previously established rules are tossed out the window as you simply try to stay alive. In at number 5, Halo Infinite.
Whoa, easy there, big guy. You're not...
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief.
Now in development by 343 Industries, Halo Infinite will have a primary focus on the more human side of Master Chief, yet at the same time really doubling down on this main character. It's the continuation of a long-running and always highly anticipated video game series that will be the Chief's greatest adventure yet. Also, good news for all you multiplayer fans because your backlash has been heard and the split screen mode will be making a return as well. Although the plot of the game has been a well-protected secret, it's no secret that the new game engine known as Slipspace will kick things up a notch. While there is no exact release date as of yet, we do know that it's slated to be released in 2020 as the 6th entry into the Halo series. In at number 4, CYBERPUNK 2077. CD Projekt Red did a sensational job of introducing CYBERPUNK 2077 with a memorable appearance by guest host Keanu Reeves. The futuristic nightlife of the cityscape that we see in the trailer, coupled by the integration of technology and seemingly human hosts, has us ready for some gameplay trailers. Until then, we will be joyfully going through everything we do know about the game. For starters, your protagonist character is entirely customizable and all gameplay will be done through the lens of the first-person perspective. There's even these things called character classes that allow you to choose a specific field such as hacking or combat to specialize in. Plus, once you finally start exploring that dense metropolis and marveling at the visuals, even you'll be saying, no, you're breathtaking. In at number 3, Borderlands 3. Now, I didn't just put this one at number 3 because it's called Borderlands 3, it deserves this spot. Although the release began with a rocky introduction, it's still a huge game in development that so many fans of the series are excited for. Gearbox's third installment has been a messy one with a ton of controversy surrounding its development, but the important thing here is that there will be 57 times the number of weapons from the last game. Yeah, I think we can forget about most of the problems that they had during the release. The game is a loot-driven first-person shooter that allows players to either game alone or with parties of up to 4 people, and currently the sequel to Borderlands 2 is set to be released on September 13th, 2019. And if you're a fan of the previous installments, you'll get to see some familiar faces as many of the characters are set to return to join in on the action. In at number 2, Gears 5. Currently being developed by the Coalition, this upcoming big game in development will play similar to the others, featuring that third-person shooter style. Although it has no impact on the gaming aspect, it was an interesting choice by the company to drop the "of war" portion of the name of the game. Apparently the development team understood that fans simply refer to it as Gears, and as such the game should reflect their choice. This will also be their attempt at refocusing your attention on the storylines. Gears 5 will be a background building of the protagonist Kate Diaz that will still deliver the goods when it comes to action gameplay. Currently there is no exact date set for its release, but we do know they have plans for 2019. Last but not least, in our number 1 spot, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Better do this by the book. Movement!
This upcoming single-player action-adventure game is being developed by Respawn Entertainment and published by EA. The game will focus on a Star Wars universe following the events of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The previous Star Wars Battlefront games were mediocre at best, but with Fallen Order in the works, it looks like EA has answered our prayers for a better Star Wars game. The starting point for the game is what gets us excited for its release the most, and honestly, we're not sure what took them so long to begin with. Kicking things off, you play as one of the last surviving Jedi in a dystopian world, and it is a terrific starting point. Not to mention the studio has even collaborated with Lucasfilm in order to bring us new characters and new locations as well. Now, so long as everything goes smoothly, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will be released on November 15th, 2019. And that has been the top 10 big games in development. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, show us some love by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on this list. And for more videos like this one, all you have to do is click that playlist on the screen. From Top 10 Gaming, I'm Johnny Rogers. Until next time, take care.